Hello, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hafidzah Unmul Khair. I'm from English Education 3, Semester 5. Okay, here I would like to explain about three types of text that are about narrative text, descriptive text, and the last is procedure text. Okay, for the first, I'm going to explain about narrative text. Narrative text is text whose content is a story, or we can say a story about something, such as story about legend, about animal story, about short story, and so etc. In it, conflict followed by solution. So the main function of this text is to tell story or entertain the reader. So there are characteristics of narrative text. For the first is generic structure. The generic structure here is there is orientation, complication, and resolution. So orientation is contain the introduction of the character, place, and time of the story. So complication is content to pick up the conflict or problem in the story. So the last is resolution is troubleshooting. It can and enjoy happy ending or sad ending. So the second is often use the conjunction of time, such as once upon a time, so or one day, or long time ago, and etc. So the last is the grammatical is using tense past or past tense. So the second is types of descriptive text. Descriptive text is text that describe about something. For example, is about describe about person, or describe about place, or also about object, or etc. So the description of this text usually include the characteristic, forms, types, and detail about something that want to describe. So descriptive text, this is also there is characteristic. The first is the general structure, or the general structure. The general structure is there is identification, and the second is description. So identification here is the part or sentence that introducing something. So description here is the section that contains a description or description of something. For example, is about a type or shape. So the second is characteristic. The second of descriptive text is the content of the text focus on the detailed discussion of the thing or thing in question. So the last is the characteristic of descriptive. The last is a grammatical future is usually using simple present. Okay, the last types of text is about procedure text. What is procedure text? Procedure text here is text is the set of steps which should be completed in the right sequence to get the goal. So in our daily life, we often have to perform some steps to make our something done. For example, such as early in the morning, you help your mother prepare some breakfast for our family. So in making cups of tea, or in making a breakfast, you have to follow a certain procedure in order to get a good breakfast or a nice breakfast. So in procedure text, there is generic structure of procedure text. There are three structure of procedure text. For the first is material. In material consists of the material used in making something, but not all part of procedure text include material. Sometimes procedure text is not have using part of material. Second is aim or goal. In the generic structure of procedure text, here is contain information about the purpose of this creation or operator or something. And the last is step. On the step contain the steps or sequence that must be done so that the goals outlined in begin aim or goal to be achieved. Okay, maybe just this what can I convey to you all. If you found me some mistake, forgive me. And last, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.